Yeah, I've talked about this a lot. I 100% agree. I kind of translate that to, people have a high time preference because I think inherently everyone feels or knows that the future is uncertain, right? Just very practical. You don't know how much time you have in your life. But because the entire ability to save, which is, by the way, one of the 3 characteristics of money, is just totally gone. Like you can save more units, but, if each unit gets devalued every year, then you are basically increasing the uncertainty towards your future, right? And Bitcoin brings that back to, I would say, the normal uncertainty, or at least, or maybe even lower than the general uncertainty we have, right? Because it cannot be debased, and that gives you the time and space to try something, or to, and then also try something big, like you said. Like if you can create the time and space to try something for 5 years, if you really try it and just do that thing for 5 years, you're going to be one of the best in the world at that thing in 5 years, right? That has just become increasingly more difficult. And yeah, while you were talking, I was thinking, I don't know if it's, I don't know who that is, but like Michelangelo, I think, made these marble statues also, right?
Yeah.
And I saw an animation once where you see like just a marble block, and then chiseled from that is, I think, his David statue. How crazy is it that you can imagine the statue in the marble block, right? And eventually also just get there. Like how much time and dedication that takes just to make that for yourself. And then that stands the test of time also, right? But
and I think he was only 26 or 27 when he did that.
Crazy.
Which is just amazing. But it kind of like, I'm now getting a little bit away from the discussion, but it's kind of like this thing where you say, like, if you really focus on a craft and try to perfect it, you will get somewhere. I don't know how it was back in Michelangelo's times, but I could imagine, we need somebody to fact check this, but I could imagine that like he probably wasn't enrolled in a normal schooling system where you're getting kind of a general overview of everything, but you're not going to be good at anything because of this. It's like, and this is kind of, I made a video about homeschooling where a lot of people say that this is kind of the positive side of homeschooling, that if you have a kid who is actually interested in something, they can actually already early on in their life focus on this passion of theirs. And I think this is similar with Bitcoin, if you're on a Bitcoin standard, you don't have all of the other distractions of, oh, what do I do with my money? I think Safety with this. If you are a barber or something like this and you save it in Bitcoin, this will at some point free the time for you to work with your passion. That's like the Wright brothers on the gold standard. That's how they actually discovered the plane, right? Because they had I think it was a bicycle shop or something that they had.
Yes.
And then because you were able to save at some point, they were able to reinvest it into the passion, which was to figure out if the airplanes can be a thing or not. So I totally agree. I think Bitcoin will hopefully lead us there. It definitely did it to me, because before that, in the fiat hamster wheel, I was never focused on actually creating or